Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
This what I tell 'em. Look, I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a topic session today with my good friend, Kipenzi Chidinma, a great lady, doing a hangout and highlight session for her. Man, an amazing lady doing some amazing things, and just wanted to hang out with her and highlight her today. So first off, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with me.
Hey Chip, how you doing? Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. Well, tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is you do with your company.
Okay, so my name, of course, like Chip said, I'm Kipenzi Chidinma, and I am the Chief Executive Officer and designer of LINÄIJ. And LINÄIJ, I basically started LINÄIJ because I felt that everyone should have something that makes them feel extra special in addition to who they already are. And I wanted to create a company that had philanthropy as one of its core values, luxury, not just be it on the price tag, but just in an actual feeling of having someone feel like, I deserve to feel special, and letting it be something where, it was functional. So a lot of the bags and executive gifts that I design are multifunctional. So I have, clutches that are reversible, especially for the ladies on the go. Sometimes, you can't fit all the bags, though we want to fix all the bags.
Yeah.
We want to put them all in the bag, but, for travel purposes, you can't. So having something that is reversible is, really important. I have some bags I can convert into 4 different ways, 3 different ways, same thing for the men. And then also one of the things I felt was really important was ownership. So I saved and I bought into my manufacturing. So now I'm part owner of my manufacturing. So I have an additional revenue stream in addition to my retail business, which I think is important as a business owner, especially, currently now, given, the state of things that are happening, having multiple revenue streams within your existing business platform is very, very important. So be it, a restaurateur or a teacher or, an educator of some sort, or even a business owner, making sure that you have multiple ways to keep your business successful should one thing, not be making you money at that time, is very important to the longevity of your company.
It's good stuff. And I like how you hit on different facets of it. I think when you can offer more, I think you can reach more.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So I do share my services. I will help other designers who are looking for manufacturing. I personally decided not to manufacture in China. My manufacturing is actually done in Istanbul, Turkey. I don't use any child labor. That was another big thing for me, was making sure that whoever I partnered with had very strict ethical standards when it came to who they were going to hire under their employment. Because I feel like as a business owner and as a manufacturer, it's your responsibility to know who is making your items, where they're coming from, how they're sourced. So I personally make sure I go to all the farms where I get my leathers, my metals. I've done the sourcing trips. I have sourced everything from the interior of the bags, all the stuff that you don't see, to going to the tanneries or to the farms, to make sure that I can honestly say, I'm providing you with a bag that is sustainably sourced and that all of my materials are food sources first for the skins, because I work with exotic materials as well as leather, so ostrich, python, crocodile, and making sure that, you know, whoever I'm working with isn't just out here, you know, abusing the environment.
Love it, love it. So I mean, just hearing you talk about, you know, your processes and the things that you've done to kind of, you know, further your way into the business of what you're doing. What are a couple of things that you've learned along the way that I think that would be helpful for business owners?
I would say definitely having, I think in anything, having a really dedicated and kind but truthful
Mm-hmm.
support system, because having a support system full of yes people is not going to service you at all. But having a support system that can tell you, you know, when, you know, something is good, when something is not, is really beneficial to you as an entrepreneur, as a business person, but then also as just, you know, a person. And then I also think finding those little pieces of peace is very important, because being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, being, you know, a public speaker, whomever, can be excessively stressful. You know, there are
Yeah.
times where, you know, you don't think about it, but you have this idea and you think, oh my God, the world's going to love it. Everyone's going to gravitate towards it. And then when you don't see those clicks, when you don't have, you know, those moments where you're like, so nobody's buying. So all of my relatives have bought. Who else is going to buy this?
Right.
No, you know, no, having that moment, having those little pieces of peace where you can retreat and, you know, meditate, you know, speak to your spiritual advisor, whomever it may be, and really finding within yourself to keep going is definitely, I think those are things that are definitely important when you start on this journey of self-ownership or entrepreneurship.
I believe that inner peace allows you to enter peace, you
Yes.
know, and, you know, just how you talked about, and when you are able to find those pieces of peace, like you said, you know, find the things that regardless of what happens on the outside, you know, you find a way to be happy and be in a happy
Yeah.
space. I
Yeah.
think everything else flows from that.
It does. And I feel, you know, I think with a lot of times, you know, especially in business, we're so concerned about the bottom line and what's our return on investment, how we're going to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, make these cents turn into dollars. Sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves, and we wind up beating ourselves up more than anybody else, I think, sometimes.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the future of what you're doing and what you're involved in. What is the future now for your business, and where are you going with that?
Man, let me tell you. No,
It's on, Chip. It's on.
Whew, y'all just don't know. I think with my business, I am definitely going to be expanding my philanthropic partnerships. So right now, I'm a board member with the Huntington's Disease Society of America. And that's a cause that's very close to me, because I have a family history of it. It's a degenerative genetic disorder. And it started with my grandfather, came into my family. You know, my first introduction was with my grandfather. And subsequently, I have two aunties that have it, and my mama has it, or had it, and she recently passed away in December 2019. So for me, going through the caretaker process for years, I learned that unless you're a millionaire, there are not a lot of resources, or there's not a lot of services that are out there to help the average person who is, you know, trying to do good and take care of their family. So one of the things I did with LINÄIJ was I created my HDSA collection, and 100% of the profits go to the HD organization. The other component of it is that I want to create a medical resort, in that as a caretaker, sometimes all you want is to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to get a nap. Sometimes you're just like, just give me 15 minutes of solid sleep. And right now, because of how our medical system is set up, you know, the average care facility can be anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And, you know, even if you are successful, trying to afford that for your loved one it's next to impossible. And then also finding care is also another extreme expense where, you know, the average healthcare worker, to find a good one, you're looking at 125 to 200 an hour. So my goal with LINÄIJ is to grow my business to where I can create this medical resort. And I want it to be some place where that, you know, you come and you're happy to bring, you know, your loved one so you can get those. Maybe it's a day you need off. Maybe it's 2 days. Maybe it's 3 days. Now, we're not taking your baby or your loved one for like 3, 5, 6 months now. We're not doing that. We're here to give you a break, not off. But I want it to be something where, you know, it's you paying whatever your copay is for your insurance. So maybe, and figuring out a way to do the billing so that way all you have to do is worry about, okay, I got $100. My copay is $5. I have $15. I can afford to take my loved one to this resort, know that their staff and everything is going to have everything in place, and they're okay. So that is my ultimate goal for LINÄIJ, to go to not only have my executive gifts and my retail line for the bags, but to also go into, because I wanted to kind of basically be like an adult Shriners. So that way, the only thing that the family has to worry about is bringing their loved one, getting their time down, coming back. And in some cases, maybe they'll want to stay because I really want it to be like the Ritz-Carlton or something just very, very tranquil and peaceful, and just so everyone can have that break.
That's awesome. Well, before we get off, if you don't mind sharing with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love.
Yes. So you can find me on IG at LINÄIJ Inc. And that's LINEIJ INC. And you can find me on Facebook at LINÄIJ Incorporated. You can also find me on Twitter. You can find my website is LINÄIJ Atelier, and that's LINEIJ-ATELIER.com. And, you know, hopefully soon you'll be seeing me in some of your major department stores.
Well, that's awesome. Well, again, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to hang out, and thanks for all that you do. You know, there's some backstory that I know that we know that our stories are similar, and just to have the strength to, you know, push through and fight through and do the things that you've done, because it's not easy to be where you are with what you're doing. Right.
Thank you. It's not. It takes, you have to think outside of the box. And don't be afraid to travel and experience, because as Chip knows, and you guys might not know, I live between Istanbul and California. And then I also have an office in New Orleans. So you have to be able to think outside of the box and not let what other people around you kind of dictate to how you're going to start your lineage. Haha, you like that, didn't you?
Boom.
Boom. Go get it.
Go get it. Well, again, thank you guys for checking out this Hangout and Highlight session. And we'll see you next time. God bless.
Bye, guys.
Go get it.